The Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers, KUPPET, has labelled the move by the president to announce a 20% pay cut on his pay and that of his deputy as a political sideshow meant to divert attention from the Jubilee government's failure to manage the economy and curb corruption. He added that the executive was usurping the role of the SRC and that they would not let this affect teachers and other civil servants.
We have received intelligence that the president's announcement was made to set the stage to campaign to reduce the pay of public servants. We in KUPPET will fight attempts to reduce the salary not only of our members, but of all public servants. This is not the time to reduce salaries. The cost of living is at a high all time, with consumer prices rising by each day. In playing politics with the salary issue, the president should try harder to find long-term solutions to the country's economic underperformance.
Now, still on the wage bill issue, the National Wage Bill Conference is due to open in Nairobi tomorrow. The conference, organized by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, comes as a debate on how to reduce the country's wage bill peak space. Majority leaders in the Senate and the National Assembly now say one way to help the country manage its wage bill is to reduce the number of commissioners sitting in constitutional commissions. The two leaders say they will push to have only 3 commissioners per constitutional commission who will work part-time basis. The move comes after President Uhuru Kenyatta said the tone announcing that he and Deputy President William Ruto will take a 20% pay cut, with cabinet and principal secretaries taking a 10% pay cut to help reduce the wage bill.
The wage bill issue is a serious matter in our country. We spend 400 billion in paying salaries. And we use 200 billion for development. That is unacceptable. But we will bring a bill to Parliament, number 1, to reduce all the commissions, constitutional commissions, from the number they are now to 3 as allowed by the Constitution. So we will have only 3 commissioners per commission, and we might also say that those commissioners will be part-time. They will not be full-time, because a lot of money is spent also on the commissions.
Katiba inasema hivi, each commission can have between 3 and 9 commissioners. But most commissions have gone for the maximum number of 9 commissioners. And each commissioner is getting a salary which is even higher than the salary of an MP, the salary of a senator, and you have never seen any of those commissioners coming for Arambe here. We have so many irrelevant commissions. We have a Human Rights Commission, and a Constitutional Implementation Commission, Commission of Votes and what. All those commissions should be managed together to have a maximum of around 3 commissions. Sio mtu akiharibika kichwa ni commission. Parliamentary Service Commission, everything is a commission. Hiyo yote itupiliwe mbali. We have 1 or 2 commissions to serve the people of Kenya. Ili maneno ya mshahara iteremke.
Now, the Kenya Union of Domestic Hotels, Educational Institutions, Hospitals and Allied Workers, KTN, has threatened to go on strike if the VAT Act is not amended to eliminate what they termed as double taxation of their members. The union says the matter had been referred to court for determination, and despite the court ruling in their favor, they say the government has been reluctant to comply.
But afterward, including last year, August, the VAT was not being subject to a service charge. The Act of 2013, either by design or our omission, decided not to accept us. Enough is enough. And we shall be demanding in arrears or what has been remitted, because that is our rightful gain. Subject us to pay as you earn, but not to VAT. I cannot buy, when I'm buying Brent, VAT. When I'm buying growth, VAT. When I'm in transport, VAT. When I'm buying food, VAT. Including my salary? No.
The Kenyan local actors and actresses shined yesterday at the prestigious Continental Awards, the 2014 Africa Magic Viewers Choice Awards held in Victoria Island in Lagos, Nigeria. Mama Duka's main cast, Nina Njoki, emerged winner in the Best Indigenous Language Series category. Kenyan short film Nairobi Half-Life scooped 4 awards, among them Best Lighting Designer, Best Art Director, Best Makeup Artist. Kenyan actor Ian Bugwa scooped the Best Supporting Actor award for his role in House of Lungula. Africa Magic Viewers Choice is an annual African award presented by MultiChoice, rewarding outstanding achievement in television and film through a public voting system in Africa. Kenya's stunning performance comes just a week after Lupita Nyong'o won an Oscar award, becoming the first Black African to win the award. Well, congratulations to the actors and actresses. Now, as the world marked the International Day for the Women around the world, a group of reformed traditional brewers from Elgeyo Marakwet County took part in a football tournament in Chepkorio grounds in Eldoret Town. The football tournament is part of a rehabilitation program that aims to empower reformed brewers in the region. The Elgeyo Marakwet County government, through the Precious Women Empowerment Organization, PEWO, has rehabilitated 283 former brewers, enabling them to engage in meaningful activities. The projects provide alternative means of livelihood for the former brewers, such as horticulture and dairy farming. Elgeyo Marakwet government promised 2 million shillings that will go towards promoting the project started by the reformed brewers.
Wakati walivyokuwa brewers, tukaona ni ya maana wawachane hiyo vitu na wafanye kitu ya maendeleo. Asa wako kwa upande wa football, vile mnavyoona, ngawacha wachafanya mazoezi, wanacheza vizuri.
The number of women which we have rehabilitated so far is 283 from the county, of which this program, when it continues, we will rehabilitate more women.
Kitui County Governor Julius Malombe has launched an ambitious program to help the poor secondary school students to pay their school fees. The program, dubbed Pro-Poor Program, will see poor students in the vast county access school fees to enable them stay in school and complete school as well. During the launch, the governor gave out over 200 checks to needy children in Kitui West and Kitui East district. Over 100 checks were also distributed in Mwingi North. The county government says the fact that bursary funds cannot benefit all needy children, the county government in Kitui will now see to it that all needy children will access education.
Shilingi 1,171. Alikuwa Director General, alikuwa anasomesha hapa Matinyani Boys, karibia tafadhali 65,000. A program which is going to target 10,000 youth, because we want to remove them from being idle, being poor, and having no means of livelihood. Na tunaita Infrastructure, Savings and Enterprise Development Program. Na vile tutakuwa tunafanya, tutakuwa tunaanza mradi ambao ni wa kama kujenga barabara, tunalipa youth ambao watafanya kazi hiyo, lakini kuna kiwango fulani ambacho ya malipo hayo tutakuwa tunaweka kama akiba, savings.
Coast members of parliament have expressed the desire to form their own political party ahead of the next general election. The legislators who were speaking at a Thanksgiving ceremony for the Kenya Sports Authority chairman Danson Mungatana said the party will help advance the agenda of the coastal people and also increase their stakes in negotiating with other parties.
Tumekaa sisi kama wabunge tukasema kwani sisi hatuwezi? Kwani sisi hatuwezi kutoa mmoja wetu na yeye tukasema huyu anatosha ili tuweze kubembeleza wakati unaokuja? Ndiposa leo tumesema iwapo kutakuwa na jambo lolote kwa mwenzetu popote, tutasimama pamoja.
This time I am praying Coast Province
tusimame pamoja. Sisi sote ni watu wamoja, tuwe kitu kimoja, tusimame pamoja. Na leo mimi sikuzungumza siasa, nimejikanya sana, lakini nakwambia ni kitu kimoja tu, tuwe kitu
Hatutaki tena habari za vyama, tunataka umoja wa wabwani. Tukaeni chini na yule atakayejitokeza kwamba mimi nataka kuwania urais, tumkalishe chini. Wewe tuambie, katika hii serikali yako mathalan umepewa, tutapata nini katika serikali yako? Kwanza tupate kukubaliana mapema, tuweke sahani mezani, ndio sasa safari ifanye nini.
Tulipigiwa kura kwa chungwa 2007 nikiwa mjumbe wa Malindi. Mwaka huu tukapigiwa kura tukiwa koti na chungwa hivyo hivyo. Lakini nasema hizi nyumba zote tunaenda kupigana ziko na wenyewe, orongo ama kweli? Ndio maana watu wanaweza kawa akasema leo Mng'aro atolewe kitu fulani.
Military radar indicates that the missing Boeing 777 jet turned back before vanishing. This is according to Malaysia's Air Force chief, who adds that authorities were investigating up to 4 passengers with suspicious identifications who may have boarded the flight. The revelations add to the uncertainties surrounding the final minutes of the flight MH370, which was carrying 239 people when it lost contact with ground controllers somewhere between Malaysia and Vietnam after leaving Kuala Lumpur early on Saturday morning, bound for Beijing.
We are trying to do everything in our powers to find where the plane is.
No one seems to know what happened to Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 or the 239 passengers and crew on board. Air traffic control lost contact with the flight shortly after it departed Kuala Lumpur, heading to Beijing. Several nations have launched search and rescue efforts, but experts are not optimistic.
It sounds like a really bad situation. I've been trying to come up with every scenario I could to just explain this away, but I haven't been very successful.
The closest thing investigators have to a clue is traces of oil suspected to be from the missing jetliner. A Vietnamese plane spotted the oil slicks while flying over a search area in the South China Sea. Nothing else has been found.
At the moment, we have no information of any wreckage.
The plane was a Boeing 777, a sophisticated aircraft with an excellent safety record. Of the passengers on board, more than half were Chinese nationals and 3 were U.S. citizens. Families and loved ones in Beijing were swarmed by reporters as they waited for news about the passengers and crew. So far, all they've heard are condolences.
I'd just like to say that our thoughts and prayers are with the bereaved families affected.
I'm Scott Thompson reporting.
Now, as thousands of people continue to flee violence across the Central African Republic, the United Nations World Food Programme is warning that neighboring countries are struggling with more than 150,000 new arrivals in urgent need of assistance. More than 70,000 people have fled the Republic to Chad since the intensification of violence in December. 28,000 have arrived in recent weeks in Cameroon, and 12,000 have sought refuge in the Republic of the Congo. Since December 2013, the exodus from the Republic into fragile and food insecure areas has intensified, creating new strains on local people. Among those uprooted in CR are Chadian nationals, most of whom have never set foot in their home country or have been gone so long they no longer have any support network. Well, thank you very much for watching KTN Weekend at 1 this Sunday. My name is Najma Ismail. Have a lovely afternoon.